All right, today for our math practice, we are going to continue looking at the different ways to write a number in their place values. First, we're going to begin at looking inside our book. Now, you have this same page inside your math notebook, and you get the choice to either write it in your math notebook, take a picture and put it in here, or you can fill it out on Classkick. But it has to end up in Classkick at the end. If you end up doing it in your worksheet, you have to take the camera tool, take a picture, and add it into your Classkick. So let's begin. Another look. Use place value blocks and a place value chart to represent the mass of a hippopotamus. Write the mass in word form and in expanded form. Now, this is a hippopotamus on this side, and we are measuring the mass in kilograms. The first way we are representing the mass is in model form. We use base 10 blocks to represent a number in model form. Now let's go through and see what each of these mean. These large blocks represent 1,000. These squares represent 100. The smaller bars represent tens, and these smallest units represent ones. Now, the only thing I want to show you right now is when you draw a thousands block, you draw a square, 3 lines, and then connect those lines. When you draw a hundreds, it's just a square. Tens is just a bar. Erase that, sorry. And your 1 is just a circle is what we use for those. That is the model form. Then we move to standard form. Standard form is our normal number form, and we write it out in digits. Now, we read this 2,376. There is always a comma after the thousands place. Always a comma after the thousands place. Now, that's important because in our word form, it follows the same rule, comma after a thousands place. To write it in word form, we go word for word and write them down. 2,376. Notice that I did not say and after my 100. It is not 376. It is 376. We only use and when we are using decimal points. And finally, expanded form is when we stretch out the number into the value of their place. So the 2 is in the thousands place, so we show that as 2,000. The 3 is in the hundreds place, so if we count up by hundreds 3 times, 100, 200, 300, that is the value. Tens, there are 7 in the tens place. If I count up by tens 7 times, I would get 70. And in the ones place, there are only 6. Now for your assignment today, I have 4 boxes that you'll be able to check. Now, if you are doing this in your workbook, I would like you to make sure that you have these correct before you take a picture and put it in. When you use these boxes, you will have to use this icon in the corner, the select mode in the corner. That will let you click inside the box and type in the answer. When you're writing out your word form, you need to make sure that your comma is right after the word and then there's a space after the comma. I will do number 2 with you, other than the word form, and then you will complete the rest. Number 2, I'm looking at the standard form 5,009. Now I know that a thousands block looks like this. Now, I don't care if they look good. Mine normally don't look that awesome, but if I can tell that it is a thousands block, then that is good for me. I am going to redraw mine, though, to make it look a little bit clearer. There we go. And I need 5 of these because there are 5 in the thousands place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there are none in the hundreds, none in the tens, and there are ones. My ones are just circles for my model form. So I need to draw 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now moving from standard to expanded form. Expanded form, I like to underline my place values and then write them out. So I have a 5 in my thousands place, nothing in my hundreds, nothing in my tens, and 9 in my ones. Now when I go to write out my expanded form, I always start on the left side and then work my way to the right side, just like we read. So there are 5,000 to start with, so I'll write out 5,000 plus nothing in the hundreds, nothing in the tens, so I don't have to write those out because if I added 0 to 5,000, it would still be the same. And then 9 in my ones place. For your word form, you will write out 5,009. Remember, there's a comma always after the thousands place. 5,009. You'll complete the rest of them. You may either take a picture and upload it after you have checked that those 4 boxes are correct, and then you may move on to the next page.